Pricey boy. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to be the greatest heavyweight out of the UK since Lennox Lewis. It was supposed to be you, David Price. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to be the greatest heavyweight that ever lived. You were supposed to dethrone Vladimir Klitschko. Do you remember that, fellas? Do you remember when people were saying he was going to be the one to dethrone Vladimir Klitschko back in 2012, 2011? People had so much high hopes for you, David Price. But it never happened. So this is a post-fight video of David Price, Pricey boy, against this Polish fella he just fought. I'm not going to pronounce his name because, you know, I'm terrible at pronouncing guys who come from Poland's names. That's just a fact. And you know something? I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I wasn't impressed with David Price. David Price, especially in the first 3 rounds, he looked very vulnerable. He was being very passive. And he was letting this Polish guy get a little too comfortable and a little too close. You know, this Polish guy, short heavyweight, he has like 4 wins. He has like 11 losses. So this Polish guy, it was basically a journeyman. You know, he was brought into this fight to make David Price look good. But David Price gave this Polish guy a lot of confidence because he was being too passive. And the Polish guy was trying to get on the inside against David Pricey. He was trying to get on the inside against David Price, and he did. And when he got on the inside, David Price just hugged him because David Price can't fight on the inside to save his life. And it was very worrying seeing that. When I saw David Price, you know, when I saw this Polish guy, this Polish journeyman guy get on the inside against David Price, and you see glimpses of David Price panicking. Every time someone gets on the inside against David Price, he panics. It's like he has a mini panic attack. He doesn't know because he can't handle it. It's like he's like, oh my God. So you know what he does? He hugs his opponents. He hugs his opponents because he can't handle inside fighting, and he gets scared to exchange on the inside. He's afraid to fight on the inside, David Price. And even against a journeyman, he doesn't have the confidence in himself to fight on the inside. That's why he hugged him. And when he did that, I thought to myself, why does this guy keep fighting? At 34, 35 years old, he still doesn't have the confidence in himself to fight off. Like, he should have been more assertive. He should have been like, listen, you're a journeyman, bro. You're a journeyman. Come on, fight me on the inside. I'll push you back. I'll show you who's the boss. Because you're just a journeyman. That's all you are. I'm not afraid of no journeyman. But he showed he kind of crumbled in the sense where that he hugged the journeyman. He wasn't assertive enough. And because he was doing that, he gave the journeyman and the journeyman's team confidence to keep doing it, because the journeyman kept trying to go on the inside. I wasn't impressed with David Price. At the end, in the last, because this fight was only a 6-rounder, fellas. At the last 3 rounds, David Price finally started being a little bit more assertive with his jab. You know, he kept throwing a pity pad jab, but he started being more assertive with his jab. He started throwing some nice body shots, but I just wasn't impressed enough. David Price is still mentally a weak heavyweight. When someone gets on the inside, this guy has a panic attack. I mean, look at how he was holding on for dear life every time this guy, this Polish journeyman, got on the inside. He doesn't have the confidence in himself to exchange on the inside. If he's struggling like this with this guy, what's going to happen if he's in there with someone who's a top 30 heavyweight? He's going to get mauled. That's why he loses. He should retire, man. What is he going to do? Is he just going to fight guys? I mean, he's struggling with guys in this level. Let's be real, he's struggling with guys in this level. People. This level. So how is he, you know, people are saying, oh, put him in there against Tyson Fury. He'll get spanked against Tyson Fury. I think if David Price fought Dave Allen, I think he'll get eaten alive. Honestly. I think he'll get eaten alive. I've not been impressed with David Price. I wasn't impressed by him. He's still this passive type of heavyweight. I understand. I've been reading articles. He's very ambitious. He wants to come back. He thinks, oh, Manuel Charr could come back. Yes, but Manuel Charr is more mentally tough than you, David Price. Manuel Charr is a guy who's tough. I've seen Manuel Charr, you know, go toe-to-toe with guys. You're not like that, David Price. You You know, you wilt when someone's on the inside. Manuel Charr will literally stand in front of you and fight you on the inside, so he's more tough than you. You, on the other hand, David Price, you don't have that in you, you know? You just, you melt. You wilt. I think he should retire, guys. I think David Price should retire. What is his future? His future is just getting knocked out again.